There was this one time a number of months ago where I complimented a coworker over Zoom on her jacket, and she was like, "Aylin, you literally complimented me on this jacket last week." It was this really cool patterned wool kind of textured coat, maybe with horses on it, and I loved it. My eye was immediately drawn to it, and I commented on it apparently again. And it kind of got me thinking. It made me realize, wow, I don't think we monitor other people's belongings and clothing as much as we think other people might monitor our clothing. And this is actually supported by the spotlight effect, which is a psychological phenomenon where we think people are paying more attention to us than they really are. Which on the one hand might sound like bad news, but ultimately I think it's good news, and that we don't have to be so perfectionistic about how we look all the time, how we present ourselves, what we're wearing. And I think sometimes this spotlight effect leads us to think that we need these massive wardrobes full of different options and variety so that we can constantly be impressing the people around us. But realistically, if we re-wear things, people might notice far less than we think, even if they noticed the piece in the first place, like I did with that coworker. It's way better for us to have just the few pieces that we really love and just say, forget the rest. And along with this, I think there's this other psychological phenomenon that makes it even more compelling to have fewer belongings and just the things you like. Because sometimes I'll notice a piece that someone else is wearing and maybe even comment on it, but then I'll kind of forget that it existed. But if that person wears that same piece in front of me numerous times, the more I see it, the more I tend to like it and even envy it and admire their style. And so I almost think that sometimes outfit repeating, and specifically outfit repeating with those pieces that you just love, that are your signature pieces, that maybe are one of a kind or unique, may actually lead people to notice and appreciate your style even more. That's why this year I'm planning to stick entirely to one winter hat. It is a piece that admittedly I recently bought, but I just know I'm going to wear it all the time this winter and that it is going to be my signature piece. So when people see me this winter and maybe upcoming winters, they know, oh, that's Aylin's hat. I love that hat. Similarly, I have this go-to cardigan sweater. It's a Jenni Kayne cashmere sweater that I absolutely love. I got it way on sale, but even then it was like one of the most expensive pieces that I own. But I wear it constantly. Like I wear it numerous times a week. I wear it at home for relaxing. I wear it out for social occasions. I wear it while traveling for layering, and I just love it, and I stick to it, and I wear it over and over again. And I feel like I've just accepted that as one of my core signature pieces, and what I'm hoping to do with my wardrobe in general is to whittle down my clothes, continue to whittle them down to just those core pieces that I can wear over and over again and that I love and that will almost become recognizable to my wardrobe. I just need to wear the pieces that I really love and that feel true to my style or aesthetic. And I think it's just about experimenting here or there with what really is my favorite in my wardrobe, what stands out to me, and can I wear that piece over and over again in different situations? And so also using that information when you're shopping, is this piece going to be one of those core pieces in my wardrobe that I want to wear over and over again and reach for, that is really symbolic of my style, that is true to my identity and how I want to look? Does it also work in the context of my life and the activities that I'm going to be doing? Thinking about all that and just seeing your wardrobe as a set of curated pieces that are true to you, I think is so much more fun and also ends up making your whole wardrobe feel like more luxurious or just nicer. And when I say luxurious, I also don't mean it has to be expensive. When I say luxurious, whatever that means for you, those pieces that just feel good to you. I also have to add, I know that maybe this video sounds a little bit more superficial, like talking about style and clothes and all of that, but I do think style can be one way we express ourselves, and fashion sometimes is looked down upon because I think it's associated with being feminine or women, and there's almost like sexism wrapped up in that. But I think style can be a form of expression or even artistic expression, and an expression of kind of your identity and who you are. And so thinking thoughtfully about how you want to express yourself in that way can be kind of fun. But I do think there's a danger with social media these days, especially with those fashion influencers who are constantly in a new outfit and constantly talking about all the links and all the different pieces you could buy. Now, I get it. I don't mean to disparage them. I even talk about clothes sometimes on here, and I get that they're giving you lots of options so you can find those pieces that you really love, and I follow a bunch of them. I'm not saying it's horrible to follow fashion influencers, but I do think that as we see more of these influencers who are constantly promoting new outfit pieces, what we think is normal as far as the volume of clothing items that we have really gradually shifts. So I think that now we have far more clothing pieces than people did 50, 60 years ago. And just the standard for keeping up with short-term trends and feeling like you have a perfect niche outfit for every particular situation just gets way overblown or out of whack. And I think it's just important to recenter ourselves and what is important to us? Almost on a more superficial level, what are the pieces that we like? What can we stick to that we really enjoy? Because I think once we get clear on the pieces we enjoy and being willing to say no to the extraneous, we can actually find our own kind of style voice better, and we'll actually be more satisfied with our wardrobes. So I know this is kind of a short and simple video, but overall, I think I'm just trying to make the point that quite often people don't notice what we have as much as we think they do. Quite often our sense of how much other people have isn't accurate to the situation. And also when we regularly spend money on a bunch of pieces that we don't really love, we end up not getting to purchase the dream pieces that could be the pieces that we wear over and over again and that are really staples in our wardrobes. And so I think it's just about this idea of finding your own voice as far as style, finding what you like and being willing to wear that over and over again, recognizing not only that people might not notice that you're outfit repeating, but they might even like pieces more that you're wearing if they see them over and over again. So I know, simple concepts, but I think it's so important to think about these things so that you reduce that itch or urge to buy something new all the time, because that is totally a thing, something I continue to struggle with and sometimes lose to. Sometimes I do still occasionally purchase something that later I regret and then have to return. But it's about gradually noticing the pieces in your wardrobe that you already have, that you already love, and recognizing that wearing those pieces over and over might actually be a good thing. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please hit the thumbs up button. It's a great way to support the channel. If you want to see more videos like this one on minimalism, simple living, and building an empowering mindset, then hit the subscribe button below. Thank you so much for spending this little bit of time with me, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye!